And welcome to Tales from the Tips. If you're catching us on YouTube, make sure you give us a like and hit that subscribe button. Get off your phone, Mick.
I'm focused.
You can find Tales from the Tips wherever you find your favorite podcast. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and of course on the Odyssey app. Just search for Tales from the Tips. Subscribe, follow, hit the plus button, give us a thumbs up, and enjoy. I'm D.A. The scrolling maniac is 15-year tour caddy, Mick Middlemo. I know what he's doing. We're just a couple of guys that love to talk about the game of golf, and we have a lot of golf to talk about today. Are you ready over there?
I'm ready, mate. I've been
Put your phone down.
Scrolling. I've been scrolling through scores. I'm
Well,
working.
it's
doing homework.
It's the longest day in golf.
Yes, for caddies.
Well, don't ask Max Homa that.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Take one.
You ready?
US Open qualifying. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Ready. Yes.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's grip it and rip it.
Took my couch away from me.
Uh-oh. Your couch is gone. We got these chairs.
At least your chair looks good. Mine looks like it's been
It
eaten.
got eaten. I don't know what's going on there. Okay.
Could be Kim's budget.
We got things, clearly these, I don't know what happened. What happened to your couch?
I don't know. Looks like someone chewed on it. Anyway.
I think you're.
You get the good one, I get the second one.
I think
I know where we're at.
I think your girlfriend in Australia probably killed it when she was giving comments about the looks and the cameras and everything. Now they got rid of the couch on us.
Yeah, they got rid of the couch. I know. So they did so that way I can sit normal.
When I had Stuart on, we had a couch, we had tables, we had plants.
Well, he's building.
We don't even have the plants anymore.
What happened to our plants?
They probably died, even though they were fake. Okay. We got a lot to talk about. First, let's check in on you.
Yep.
How are we doing?
I'm great.
You sure?
Yeah.
You don't look so great.
The knee's a little bit rough, but that's all right.
So I'm going to give an exclusive update here. After last podcast, when Captain I'm okay, I'm trying to drink some cement and toughen up, texted me and said, I should have brought the crutches.
Yeah, that was last week.
You're only 7 days removed from...
Yeah, I didn't bring them today either, but I'll be all right.
And how are you feeling today?
Knee's a little rough today. Didn't sleep very good last night for some reason. Probably because I went to Guston's and didn't drink.
Okay, so that's question number 2.
Yep. Day 15.
Day 15.
No alcohol. I have a little app on my phone where I count the calories that I eat every day. I punch in the food, tells me how many calories I'm eating per day.
So what did you have last night at Guston's then?
I had salmon and a double order of broccoli.
Wow. Steamed broccoli.
Yeah.
They didn't over-steam it where they just absolutely kill it.
Well, that's how I like it.
Where it's just mush?
Yeah.
You know it has nothing in it then at that point.
Yeah, it's fine. Less calories.
No nutrients.
Yeah, it's fine. The salmon was good.
You should have them roasted.
Bartender was good. Reese was looking after me as usual. My little girlfriend Reese, she took care of me.
I'm telling you.
She still likes me. All my other friends don't talk to me anymore.
Well, yeah, because you're probably a grouchy old
No.
Aussie.
Like Chris, I called Chris Fortney yesterday, my buddy, and I said, he didn't answer the phone at first, and then he called me back and sent me a picture that he was at the pool. And I was like, well, thanks for the invite. So I guess I don't get invited anymore because I'm boring. I don't drink with them. So my drinking friends have got rid of me.
So your drinking friends have abandoned
Yeah, I mean,
you.
they'll take me back in 100 days, but up until then, I think I'm...
Well, 85.
Yeah, I think I'm...
86. Let's call it 86.
I think my friends have brushed me.
They kind of forgot about you. You were gone for 4 months.
Yeah, and now they've forgotten again, so I've let them down by not drinking. But that's fine. I'll be back.
Well, don't let yourself down.
I'm not. I'm going to make it. There is no doubt.
Okay. Well, I wanted to check.
I'm good.
Okay.
Part of me's good. Most of you good.
That's kind of our update. Like during football season, we were updating our scores. Now we're going to be updating you.
I think I'm going to the gym tomorrow, though.
Oh.
I'm going to get on the bike. I think the bike's okay.
No, the bike is not okay.
I haven't seen it.
Do you see I was going to say, can we go see a doctor?
Nah.
Can you go at least, you know what, do me a favor. You have a pool that you have access to.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's Chris Fortney's at his complex if he still talks to me.
So text Chris. You want to walk in the pool.
Yeah, no.
That's what you should do.
All right. Move on. Let's talk golf. Come on. Don't worry about my leg. I'll be all right.
Why? I'm a father of 3 children.
4
now I have you.
4 now.
Okay. Well, we have, speaking of children,
Yeah, well, no, I don't have
the guy that won again.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you see?
Yeah, a little poop action.
A little poop on the back.
A little poop
It's
on
good,
the back
good,
of the kid. Yeah.
good for the photo.
Yeah, that was good.
The memorial.
Yeah, well, let's just go on. Scotty Scheffler wins. Move on.
Oh, we can't just go on. after that.
He's going to win another 10 times this year, the way he's going.
So, okay. So before we go there.
And I will come out with that. And the one stat which I love, which I heard this morning,
Yeah.
is that he's won 3 times in the last month,
Yes.
which is as many games as the Colorado Rockies have won in the last month. 3.
Okay.
So Scotty Scheffler's leading the Rockies, basically.
Well, he's definitely leading them in income. By the way, do some caddy math real fast for Teddy Scott.
I can't count that all anymore.
Over 10 million
Yeah, I know. Don't worry.
in a month.
Yep, I know. I'm sitting with you.
Do you have you're just looking for those endorsements to come flowing in from this podcast?
Be nice.
Yeah. Okay. So he is now 9 for 9 when leading after 54 holes.
It's even in my Australian math, I'd say that's about 100%.
So I have a funny story. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
So I had husband/dad duties yesterday.
I wanted to know where that was going for a second. I had a husband.
Mick.
Pause. Sorry, Slim.
Okay, come on. I know. You got Slim already involved today. I should have a counter of how fast you can get Slim involved in the broadcast.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so we were out running errands, and I was listening to the tournament on the radio, PGA Tour XM Sirius Radio. I love it. Those guys do a good job. And Scotty was leading by 4, and I was like, game, set, match.
It's over.
That's what I said. We got out. I did get to go to Home Depot, by the way, but still one of my favorite stores ever.
Worst ever.
So we were there, and came back, and the lead was down to 2, and they were teeing off on 17, and Ben Griffin went left.
It's not good.
Mick, I stopped to fill up the truck.
Mm-hmm.
When I got back in the truck, Scotty Scheffler had a 4-stroke lead again.
And it was all over Red Rover.
It was all over. Now, we've got to talk about one Mr. Ben Griffin.
He's playing good, isn't he?
Oh, before we go there, did you see Teddy's Instagram post?
Yeah, I did. I saw it on Facebook. His little dance in the locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, very impressive.
That was well coordinated.
That was well coordinated. Well, he's had enough practice at winning. It's like,
How much
did it.
How much did each one of those guys get paid to be on that?
Yeah, I'm sure
that
there's a
video?
few dollars floating around there. It was nice to see a caddy in the locker room. Too soon? Okay.
Wow. I'm going to say it this way. The fact that I could lead you to that,
Yeah, I know.
and we got there
First thing
that fast,
First thing I noticed.
I think you should post on his Instagram. I never knew that caddies were allowed in the locker room.
I might reach out to him tonight. Because he's going to go through his usual 7,000 messages that he gets. I might reach out to him tonight and say, yeah, nice to see you.
Well, you could invite him on.
I could.
Yeah, that would be good.
I could.
Maybe
to a championship. That's if they make it.
Oh, I don't know. Well, speaking of tour championship, we got some changes coming.
I did see that.
You saw those notes.
We're not going to talk about it tonight, are we?
We're not going to talk about it today.
Oh, you're going to do a Mick. We're going to start it and then go later.
No, we're going to bring on an expert.
Oh.
We're actually going to bring somebody that really knows what he's talking about.
Ooh. Well, it's not me then.
Well, he filled in for you while you were gone.
Yes.
I know who it is. We're going to have the executive director of the Tour Championship, Mr. Alex Urban.
So
next week.
We'll have to get the couch back.
We're going to have the couch back.
Because I don't want him sitting on my knee. It's sore.
Slim, we need the couch back.
So, okay.
Alex is going to come in. We're also going to preview the 125th U.S. Open. I'm ready for that.
It's qualifying today.
Today is the longest day of golf. You are going to give us some updates as we get later into the podcast.
I've been Googling it as we go along.
Which, by the way, this will be time-stamped really well. So in 6 months when somebody's listening to this podcast again, and we're reading off names and scores of people that may or may not make it.
So should we do that or not?
That'll be, I think we should. Yeah.
You're the boss.
I went back.
I just do what you tell me.
I am not the boss.
I just do what you tell me to.
Executive producer Kim.
Crickets.
Hey Slim.
Well, I know what she's not doing.
Slim, this is where you put the cricket sound effect in the broadcast. Okay.
I know what she's not doing. She's not downstairs. Anyway.
She was downstairs actually.
She wasn't doing what she was doing last time though.
No. She's no. If I say these names, you ready for this?
I'm gonna get in trouble again. Yep. Let's go.
Spieth.
What about him?
Hovland. Woods. Scheffler.
Yeah.
What do these guys have in common?
They all play golf.
They all play golf. That's good. That's a step.
Right-handed.
They are all righties.
2 for 2.
You're pretty good.
That's it. That's all I know.
They won back-to-back times.
At what?
In a season.
Oh.
Here's the difference.
Tiger's probably done it once or twice.
Do you know who's having a historic season himself?
Probably Scotty Scheffler.
Well, Scotty's been doing pretty good.
Probably. I'll put my phone down. Sorry.
Ben Griffin.
Ben Griffin is lighting it up.
He's on fire.
He's lighting it up.
So the only difference, though, between poor Ben and those guys, especially Spieth and Hovland, they doubled it up and they went on to win this thing called the Tour Championship. Do you see how we led and segued that together?
The 12th major.
That's the 6th. The difference, though, is the payout, Mick. It's about 10x what he's made.
It's a lot of money.
He has made almost $4 million in the last 5 weeks.
He's sleeping well at night.
I think he's doing okay.
Yeah.
I know after...
is he married?
I don't know.
If he's not, he will be soon.
Well, I think he at least has a girlfriend because she was...
Yeah.
Anyway. 3.9 million in the last 5 weeks. 2 wins and a T2 and a solo second. He made more last week at the Memorial than he did in his 2 wins.
Yeah, that can happen at some of those big money events.
Yeah, I think it changes somebody's career.
It does. He's going to be set. It's funny every now and again I get on the PGA Tour and I start scrolling through scores and then I look at the players and I go back and see career earnings and things like that and I'm like, damn, has he really made that much?
So you need to do the math now for Alex Rithmal.
Well, was it easy for you to say?
Yeah. Do you know who Alex is?
Come on, let's go. What's the math?
No, you're doing caddy math, not me.
Oh no, you're asking, okay.
Do you know who Alex is?
No.
That's his caddy.
Well, okay, well.
Have you met his caddy?
No.
No, you don't know his caddy.
I may, I don't
So,
know.
I'll give you a little background.
Well, if he's won, he's got 10%.
You think it's 10?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just made $400,000.
For winning.
Just the winning part.
Yeah.
And T2.
And, well, 8%.
In the next 5 weeks.
8% for second.
8. Oh, well. Take a few shekels off, though.
Yeah, take a few shekels off.
He was on the bag for CT Pan.
Okay.
Matt Jones and Tommy Geaney.
Matt Jones.
From
Australia.
See how I tied this all together for you.
Australian Open winner 2 times.
And Andrew Landry.
Houston Open winner.
Yeah, look at
great players win the Houston Open. Ian Poulter.
So we're going to talk about Ian Poulter in a little bit.
See?
How... It's like you read my notes.
I actually did not read that as part of the
notes.
I did not.
Slim, do you see how
I didn't read that as part of the notes. I've got ESPN.
You have ESPN. Okay, but here's actually all back to serious golf talk, like we do.
Am I ready?
Serious golf? No, not yet. What do you think is the difference with Alex on Ben Griffin's? Ben Crane's.
You sleep on Ben Crane's bag. Take a pillow.
He's Ben's doing a great podcast. The Bible Caddies. Those guys are great.
He's a very good man. Great fellow.
You have said that too. Just besides very slow play.
Yeah,
it's okay. Webb Simpson, by the way, is qualifying right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zach Johnson.
Yep. Zach's out playing too. Yeah. Okay. What do you think is the difference? Because obviously a caddy of your stature, you've moved from a few players. Have you ever seen it where a player and a caddy have come together and all of a sudden they take off?
Oh, I'd have to do some thinking about that one. Not necessarily, no. Now, in my own experience, when I was caddying for Greg Owen, and Greg and I had been partnered for like 6 years, and things started to go a little haywire at the end. And then when I got fired, like most caddies do.
Yeah. Did you get fired or did you part ways?
No, I got fired.
Oh, he said, Mick.
Yeah, no. I was just, at the end of the season, he said, look, we're going to be done, but I'm going to let you do the playoffs.
Okay.
And we did the first one, which was at Liberty National, and we finished like 9th. We had a really good event, and then we went to Deutsche Bank and missed the cut. It's another story down the track. Probably one I actually won't tell.
You don't want to tell that one?
Nah, I probably won't tell that one because I love Greg to death. I wouldn't do that. No.
You know what? Maybe he would tell it if he ever comes on the podcast.
Yeah, he probably would tell it. Yeah, he probably would.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I finished up with him, and Daniel Chopra's caddy, Hodgie, who was an Australian, was helping Greg. He's a pro back in Australia. He was helping Greg do some stuff, and Greg finally went, yeah, look, why don't you come caddy for me? So he left Daniel, and so I was like, maybe I'll just do the old swap.
Switcheroo.
Do the switcheroo. So I called Daniel, and I didn't really know Daniel that well. And I called him, and he's like, well, I'm not really good. I'm playing like crap. So, but if you want to come along. Come on, let's just do this. I'm playing like crap, but come on. And the first event, I think we finished 9th.
Okay.
And then we finished 8th at Disney. So we had 2 top 10s. There's only 2 top 10s for the year.
Yeah.
So we went top 10. And I was like, dude, this guy's got game.
Yeah.
Apart from hitting it sideways occasionally, but he was playing good. And he said, and I said to him, look, you're going overseas to play 3 events, aren't you, in Asia? He's like, yeah. I said, do you want to come? He's like, oh, I hadn't really thought about it, but yeah, we've done pretty good. Let's go. And we finished like 2nd, 5th, and 3rd. We just played awesome, you know. And when the one he finished 2nd into Sergio shot 61 in the last round to beat us. Charles Schwartzel shot like 64 in the last round to beat us in one of the events. And Schwartzel played like flawless golf to beat us.
Yeah.
And so, but he played great, and I was like, so we've had like 5 top 10s in a row, and he hadn't had 5 top 10s in 5 years.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with me. And it just, but I think sometimes it's just a bit of a change, and you're like, okay, well, we're going to do this differently and maybe do this differently, and sometimes things click. And, you know, I stayed with Daniel for a couple of years, yeah.
So sometimes it's just player only.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's player only. But, you know, sometimes it's a different look, different feel. You get different information and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just, yeah. Sometimes it changes.
So you're going to take any credit?
For helping Daniel?
Yeah.
No, none whatsoever. I didn't hit the shots. And he's one of the easiest guys I've ever worked for too. He was very, very laid back and chilled and stuff. Like, he didn't very rarely get angry. And you know, we also had a common bond. Like, he loves cricket, yeah, and I love cricket. And so we had something to talk about on the golf course. It wasn't just golf related, you know, like he religiously watches cricket, and so do I. You know, he grew up in India. So we had this common thing that we like to talk about and stuff like that. And sometimes that makes it easy between shots and stuff like that. So
it takes their mind off of the grind.
So I think if you have something in common and you guys have a nice common ground and you can have a fair conversation, then sometimes that absolutely leads to a little more relaxed on the golf course.
Yeah, and I think you touched on the one thing. He was pretty chill.
Yeah.
I think when I looked at Ben Griffin's demeanor, he's the same way. And even when I've heard him in interviews, he's like basically saying, right now I'm playing with house money. And he looks like he's playing with house money.
Yeah.
He is so calm and collected.
Well, you know, we always say too, you know, I was talking to Ernie Els about this one time, and he's like, you know, Ernie Els is hitting this flop shot. Like, he's got this flop shot over here. It's like this hard shot to play. Like, well, just a practice round.
Yeah.
And he hits this shot. I'm like, would you do that at a tournament? He goes, oh, absolutely I would. And of course he can. He's got $90 million in the bank. Right. Did you give that shot to somebody who needs to get that up and down to keep his tool card?
it might get bladed across the green.
It's a little different feeling.
Yeah.
I can assure you, it's a little different feeling.
So
Ernie chunks it into the bunker. It's like, whatever.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktails, shots, and more.
So I'm glad you said that, because did you hear Jack's comments post round yesterday?
I heard a little bit of it.
Okay. I'm going to say it this way, and I'm going to let you chime in on it. What I'm referring to is when Jack said that basically, and I'm going to paraphrase here, I'm not going to take, I don't have Jack's exact quote. Basically, Scotty wasn't afraid of who was chasing him on the leaderboard.
No.
I don't disagree with him on that. But I've also heard from other people out there saying, well, he shouldn't have said that. You know, Ben has been playing really good. Sepp Straka's been playing. These are top players in the world now. My question or my comment also on that is well, allegedly you had John Rahm a couple weeks ago at the PGA, the really good elite player that we so desperately miss on the PGA Tour, choke it away as well, just like Ben did yesterday.
Yeah, I don't like the word choke.
Oh, well,
what
would you call it?
Unless you probably throw it into the same context as Greg Norman.
Well, absolutely.
It's a bad shot. Bad shots happen. I don't think that's actually.
But
choke.
you're saying okay, and you've played.
You've also got to understand sometimes when you're 2 shots behind with a hole to play, you're really pressing a little bit. Maybe you press too hard. I don't think it's choking so much as pressing hard because you know you have to make a birdie. You're chasing the best player in the world.
This is scary that you and I now, almost 1 year in, can almost do this without even rehearsing this. Because that's exactly what I was hoping you were going to say. Because that's why I have a problem with what Mr. Nicholas said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't disagree with him. I think when you're at that elite level, you're that type A player, and I'm talking Michael Jordan, I'm talking Kobe Bryant, I'm talking Shaq, I'm talking Tiger Woods, I'm talking Jack Nicklaus, when they had guys. Now, I'm sure when he saw Arnie's name coming up the leaderboard or Lee's name coming up the leaderboard, there was a little bit more, I might need to get on this a little bit.
Now there's a challenge, let's go.
Right. I didn't sense that from Scotty at the PGA with John Rahm.
No, not at all. He's not even worried about the leaderboard. It's just...
He didn't even look at it.
Go hit your next shot. You can't control what they do.
So I guess my point to that is, do you think Ben tried to push it?
Yeah, I do.
Or do you think he just got the moment caught up to him?
I just think he tried to push a little too hard. I don't think the
moment
moment
double-crossed himself.
Yeah, I think he just double-crossed himself. He just going at it a little hard, trying to make something happen. Because you're playing with house money, you just said it. Now he's trying to win. Now you're trying to win. No one's going to give a damn about you in 10 years' time when you finish second there. No one's going to remember.
Well, no one's going to.
I don't remember who finished second last year, the year before. You don't remember second at most of these tournaments.
No, I remember who won last year, though.
Yeah. But you're not playing for second when you're playing with house money. You're playing to win.
Yeah.
You want that trophy up there, so you go after it. Let's get going. Let's go.
So, and I appreciate what Jack was trying to say. I just disagree with what he said. Just saying.
No, I agree.
Okay.
Sometimes we both disagree with Mr. Nicholas and his policies and things he says.
Clubhouse. Okay. So we look ahead.
Let's look ahead.
It's your second favorite week of the season.
Happy anniversary to me.
Except we're only a month in advance.
Yeah, I know.
And we're not at
Canadian Open, and we're not at Glen Abbey.
We're not at Glen Abbey. The RBC. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk today. Slim, edit, do something funny with that one.
They should put a plaque on that fairway where that happened. Everyone else gets a plaque on the fairway.
So I went back to listen. I told Slim I was going to do this. I went back and listened to episode 3. And by the way, for those that are just tuning in, you're just catching us somewhere here in the back nine in round 2. Mick was not fired.
Fact. Mick quit.
Mick walked off the golf course.
I don't actually like it when I see those headlines that I got fired. Kind of aggravates me a little bit.
What did I tell you, Slim? Yep.
I'm okay now about it. It just aggravated me a little bit back then.
No, you are not.
Yeah,
you
right.
are
Actually,
lying.
You're right. It actually aggravates me a lot.
When I
I
brought
was
it up,
not fired. I quit. I walked off the golf course.
when I put that on the show notes,
Simon Clark, get on there and tell me. He was the Aussie caddy in the group. Come on, tell him.
You want to talk about the 7-iron that never was discussed?
Yeah, exactly right. No, we'll move on. Anyway,
Or that
I walked off the course.
that little trap 9 that he hit?
Oh, that was funny.
Okay. So you have, obviously, the RBC Canadian has a special place in your heart.
I actually like that event.
So that's where I wanted to go. Now, have you ever been to TPC Toronto?
No.
The Osprey course?
No.
The North course?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't think
You don't
so.
remember?
I don't remember at all.
It's been in the circuit.
I'll have to have a look. Maybe I have. I've been to a few up there.
So do you outside of
No,
2015?
I'm actually going to have to look. I have it documented somewhere of the ones I've done, so I'll have to have a look for it.
Okay, that's a little bit of a homework assignment for
Yeah.
me. That's one of those where we can return back.
I would have done homework today, except because I thought we were doing this tomorrow, but
You missed that memo.
That's for next Tuesday.
No,
Are we doing next Tuesday?
no, we're doing 4:00 next week, Monday.
Oh, is it a Monday?
Yes,
Okay.
we have 2
Check my
chains in the
calendar.
building that we have to deal with.
2 chains.
Yeah.
I sat next to him on a flight.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Slim's got much more important things. We had Rick Ross in the building before us.
Yeah, I had no idea who he was.
Neither did I.
Had to Google him. He's worth it. He's got some coin. He's worth a few dollars. Holy moly! I guess those chains around his neck were real.
My staff downstairs literally was telling me, like, dude, you do know that he was invited to the president's inauguration. I was like, huh? They're like, yeah. I'm like,
Yeah, no idea. I'll have to try
missed that one.
to Google.
I didn't get my
I'll have
invite.
to Google his music.
Okay.
And find out something.
So, yeah, the RBC. How do you like this positioning? Because so this is how I want
The Canadian Open used to be after the British Open.
It was.
We used to get a charter flight from the British Open. They would charter a flight and we would fly straight
Do
into
you
the...
like it now where it's at, or?
Nah, well, it doesn't work. You still got to play it. I mean,
Well, how many?
I guess logistically after the British Open it was hard too. I mean, it wasn't really because we get a charter flight, but so the PGA Tour.
I mean, it makes sense from a logistics standpoint to go from Muirfield or up to Toronto.
Yeah.
Logistically, it all makes sense. Most of those guys are still in town over there trying to qualify.
Well, it's not like the Toronto fans are watching a Stanley Cup finished. Ooh, threw that one out there. What was it, 1965 or 1966 or something? Move on.
You got
Just all of Canada hates me now.
Well, you can redeem yourself because we're
Right,
gonna give the Stanley Cup picks here in a second. But okay, so I was gonna ask you your favorite bar, but since we can't, because since it moves around,
Since it moves around,
you can't.
What about restaurant?
Yes,
Swiss Chalet.
the Swiss Chalet.
Have you been there?
No.
Oh, rotisserie barbecue chicken and French fries. It's the daddy.
Get out of
It
here.
is the daddy. Swiss Chalet. The daddy.
I just was.
That's like a daily. That was like a daily.
I was-
half chicken and chips.
I was blessed
Fries,
with
whatever.
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons, yeah. Tim Hortons is good.
We actually had a Timmy Ho Ho's right by the house.
Where'd you live?
Yeah, in Michigan.
One.
There you go.
That's only one so far. We're doing good.
No, well, we'll put the counter back up, right, Slim? There we
Oh,
go.
that's right. I keep forgetting he's from there too.
Yeah. You wanna?
All right, let's go. Come on.
Did you
What
see
else?
the counter? Did you see the counter, by the way, this last?
Yeah, I saw the counter.
Oh yeah, you like that?
I saw
huh?
the Michigan
Mm.
counter. Good job, Slim. Put that in there.
Yep, there you go. Okay, so have you watched any of the illustrious Stanley Cup playoffs?
Absolutely.
And
I'm kind of torn between this one.
okay, well, so
Actually, no, I'm not torn at all.
for our golfing listeners, the Stanley Cup Finals are set. They will start this week. The defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers take on the
Edmonton Oilers.
Edmonton
Connor McDavid.
Oilers. Connor McJesus.
Yes.
And
And if for people who are thinking, well,
Aaron
here's an Australian
Drysdale.
accent, what does he know about hockey? Yeah. It's my Chicago Blackhawk tattoo, so I love hockey.
You do love yourself hockey.
I do love me some hockey. I want the Edmonton Oilers to win this series.
So you want the 32-year drought to end.
I do. Only because of one person.
Why? Who?
Think, who plays for the Panthers? Who would I despise? Just because he just annoys me. Came from Boston.
Oh.
Not a fan.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
He's just got a punchable head. I can't believe no one's just like slaughtered him. Just like beat him to death. Not
Wow.
death, just hurt him a little bit, yeah. Brad Marchand, not a fan.
I wasn't going to put names out there.
I did, yeah, not a fan. He just annoys me. So I want Edmund to win. Plus I think Connor deserves one too. He's a hell of a player. You? Where are you going with? I don't think they're going to win. I think Florida win. I think Florida's a better team. I think Florida wins 4-2.
Ooh. So even not even as close of a series as last year,
No.
where it went to 7. And it was one of the best hockey games I've seen in a long, long time. So I am also torn.
Torn.
Because there's a Kachuk
Yeah, I know.
that when he played for Calgary,
Tough boy too.
yeah, his dad was a tough boy
I think
when he
his-
played
I think
for
his son's
the
a little tougher.
his son. Which one of the boys?
All of them.
Yeah, they're all. I'm glad they're on Team USA. That's what I'm going to say.
They're all tough. I think they're tougher than Dad. Dad was, yeah.
Yeah, but Keith could.
He was skillful. Dad was very skillful.
Him and Brett Hall gave us fits for years in the Blues outfits. I know. You cringed the same way I cringed about those. Yeah. So I'm a little torn there, but there's this little part of me that wants to see 33 years of drought.
Nah,
happen.
see, I would like Edmonton to win just so it really aggravates the Toronto fans.
Oh, that would be. Would it be more aggravating for Edmonton to win or Montreal?
Montreal.
Les Habitants.
Not a fan of the Canadians. Anyway, all right. Hang on, I gotta check stuff.
Um,
I'm still checking stuff.
You're checking. Well, we're going to get to it. So you have Edmonton. I will take Florida.
No, I didn't. Okay, Edmonton. But I said Florida 4-2, but I want Edmonton to win. I don't know if that's sitting on the. That like sitting
Okay,
on the,
so you're-
It's like
you're-
sitting on the fence.
I was going to say, can he ride Slim? Seriously.
Patrick Harrington's up.
Can you make your mind up on anything?
All right, Edmonton.
Okay.
4-2.
Now I'm going to be told that I
Yeah, that I was
forced him
forced to
into
make
that,
my
by the
pick.
way. I forced you to make your pick. Okay, so let's go on. Speaking of the longest day in golf, today is the longest day. This is
US
the
Open qualifying 36 holes.
Yep.
Wasn't one of my favorite.
all across the country.
Wasn't one of my favorite days.
Why?
It's 36 holes in a day can be hard work. We used to do it in Memphis.
So I was going to actually ask you about this.
We used to do it in Memphis, and it was Memphis is not the coolest place in the world to be doing 36 holes. I can assure you, it's rather toasty. And you got to understand the US Open qualifying is not set up like a regular tour event where the bottles of water are a little more scarce.
It's
And
not
so-
as supplied
It's
as
not
you
a
are
supply
used
like
to.
on every hole like at the PGA Tour where they have drinks and everything for you. It's US Open qualifying is a little bit more like once every blue moon you might get a drink on it.
You're hoping the cart girl drives
Yeah.
by?
No, I can't go.
Okay. Did you ever caddy?
US Open qualifying?
Yes.
Oh, 4 or 5.
Ooh. Who did you caddy?
Jared Lyle, probably one of the funniest days ever because we were paired with a couple of Australians and we were never ever going to make it, but we laughed our way around for 36 holes and gambled our way around. It was very good. Greg Owen.
You didn't say that you gambled your way around.
Oh, the caddies did, not the players.
Thank you.
Greg Owen I did. Who else did I do it for? I might have filled in for a couple of people along the way too. The caddies go on the courses and just 36 holes. Nathan Green, I think, was one.
Well, you know what you need to do? You need to send Max Homa a note.
Yeah,
Say you'd be willing to
carry
step
his
in.
own
And
bag,
he's
carry his own
carrying
bag.
his own sticks today.
Yeah, well, he can't yell at anyone.
Well,
Where's he playing at?
we'll get to that.
Well, I know where he's at because
No, we're not going to talk about that place yet. Nope, don't go there. Okay, so actually though, I do have a quick comment. So I was listening this morning, and Ryan French. Do you know who Ryan French is?
never heard of him.
Have you ever heard of the Morning Q info?
No.
So Ryan has an amazing website called the Morning Q Info, and it is all about the Monday qualifiers. And there's interesting, great stories about guys that are qualifying, that are playing. He's doing a whole breakdown of every
like the amateurs who have made it this far.
Amateurs and pros. There are some amateurs that play a lot more than pros.
Oh yeah, there'll be some amateurs make it. There is every year. I mean, there'll be probably one of them come along and win the qualifying. And there's usually an amateur that comes along and wins a qualifying, like shoots 15, 16 under or something like that, and then never heard of again.
Right, because they're probably playing on a course.
Because they get so excited. Yeah, they're not playing Oakmont.
No. Not in Oakmont conditions.
I did watch Kyle Berkshire play a 662-yard hole at Oakmont on YouTube last night, where he hit driver 4-iron.
Driver 4-iron?
Pin high, just right of the green, yeah. Driver 4-iron, 662. 401-yard drive.
I don't even know where to start with that.
It's a different animal.
So, so in light of you wanting to play on your phone last episode, we're going to let you play on your phone now.
I am.
Okay. So, we're going to start. I'm going to read off the qualifying location. I'm going to mention a couple of the notables. You are going to update us on the current standings. This isn't where they're going to finish.
If I have to look for the notables, this is going to be like a 7-hour.
No, we're not going to do that. Slim wants to go home tonight.
Slim will be asleep over there.
Okay, we're going to start right here in Atlanta.
Piedmont Driving Club, Atlanta, Georgia.
5 spots are open.
5 spots.
You ready for the notables?
Yeah.
Christo Lamprecht.
Yep.
The aforementioned KJ Choi.
Yep.
Jason Duffner.
Yep.
Now, here's the key.
No one's up near the lead of those boys.
Withdrawals from this one.
Withdrawals?
Yeah. These are the guys that withdrew. Ali Schneidergans.
Yep.
Dean Burmeister.
Yep.
Aldrich Poteater.
Yep. And Chase Seifert. And Jack McGuire didn't show up.
Okay, so that was the one that I was going to bring that up, but I don't know what happened to poor Jack.
JB Holmes shot 74 in the first round and then went see ya. You know how many times that happens?
That's the one thing.
That happens a lot.
Wouldn't you do that? Or
100%.
would you just play it all out?
100%. No, I'd be telling players, if you shot 75 in the first round, we're like, look, let's go out and start. But if we don't birdie 5 of the first 6, we're going to play this week. Especially when you're in Memphis.
Yeah.
We're going to play a tournament this week. There's no reason to
right,
let's go.
Now, that's if the leaders are 5 under, 6 under, and you are +3, +4.
Yeah.
You're +3 and the leader's -1.
You're hanging around.
You're still
you're
hanging around. Okay.
Zach Johnson is tied 10th at the moment in that around here in Atlanta.
Here in Atlanta. You know who I was surprised isn't in Atlanta?
Stuart Sink.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so too. All right, that's
Stuart's qualifying somewhere else. We'll get to that.
Anything else? What's the next one?
New Jersey. We're going to go to the Canoe Brook Country Club.
Oh, I love New Jersey.
4 spots open. By the way, when I mention some of these courses, I want to know if you've ever been there. I know.
Let's go with actually before you even go, I'm going to go down all the way down the list and go.
Hold on.
1. I've been to 1. 2. 2 at the top.
Okay. So Nodal's in the field. Chris Gotterup. By the way, Chris has qualified over 5 times out of this qualifier.
Chris who?
Gotterup.
Oh.
PGA Tour guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Qualifying spots.
Your guy Harrison Crow.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Sheehan.
It's nearly over, this one.
Yeah. Well, they started real early this morning.
James Nicholas shot 8 under after 2 rounds. He's going to get in most likely by the looks of it.
There's 4 spots.
And there's 4 names up there. Chris Goderup, Roberto Diaz, and Garrett Engel, amateur from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Look at that.
He's up there, but there's still holes to play.
Yeah. What's the cut rate, not projected cut?
Projected cut is 6 under.
How many guys are at 6?
4. And then
4
it goes back to 4 under.
4 guys playing for 1, huh? Right now.
No, 4 guys who are going to get in. These guys should get in because they're 2 shots clear of the next people.
There's only 4 spots.
Yeah, and there's
4.
That
means they will go into a playoff.
There's only 4 spots. There's 4 people who are clear ahead. That's the 4 spots.
Oh, there's okay. So they are all inside the cut line. No ties.
No ties.
Okay. North Carolina, we're going to Duke University. 7 spots.
7 spots.
Notables there: Webb Simpson, Doc Redman.
Doc Redman's up there at the moment, tied 7th.
Ben Taylor.
No.
Sam Bennett.
Not near the lead.
The youngster Miles Russell. And Harold Varner III.
HV3, great. Webb Simpson is tied 13. He's close. Let's have a look at HV3. I shouldn't be doing this because it's just...
He was +1 or +2 after, I think, 18.
Yeah, he's +5 now.
Yeah, he's not going to make it. That's what happens when you're out on the live tour.
He's not. Look at the people who withdrew after that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 players withdrew after the first round. Okay, move on next.
Okay, we're going down to West Palm Beach, Florida. The Emerald Dunes Golf Club.
4 spots.
4 spots there. Blades Brown.
He tied 2nd.
Sam Ryder. Jake Hall. Neil Shipley. Now, here we go. Ian's son, Luke Poulter, by the way, Florida Gator, who just, I think they finished runner-up, or they were semifinalists.
Graham McDowell.
Yep.
Tied 9th.
And your 2010 U.S. Open champ, Graham McDowell.
Yeah, he's tied 10th. Luke Poulter is tied 18th at the moment at 3 under par.
Okay.
Even par on the second one. Okay.
What's the cut there?
Oh, too late to get rid of it.
Oh, you got to stick
All right,
around.
I'll put it up. Protected cut 2 under.
All right, we're going up to Maryland. The Woodmont Country Club, 4 spots. Our guy, Stuart Sink, is there.
Well, let's have a look.
I think this is Mark Leishman, Wesley Bryan of the Bryan Bros, and Araban Lahiri.
It's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
He's a good fella too, by the way.
Notable withdrawals, by the way, Chad Campbell, David Puig, and your buddy, Bubba Watson.
There's a lot of players that have withdrawn. Yeah, there's a lot already have withdrawn out of that one.
What's the projected cut? How's Stewart doing? Stewart was up there.
Projected cut is 3 under par. Taylor Funk is in there. That's Fred Funk's son.
Yeah.
I can't find Stuart Sink. This is bad. This is bad TV.
Okay. Now this is where I would want to qualify at Walla Walla, Washington, at the Wine Valley Golf Club. There's 2 spots open. Matt Voigt and Andrew Putnam are your notables.
Andrew Putnam.
Yeah, Andrew Putnam.
Yeah, this one's already been decided, I guess.
What, in Walla Walla?
No, it's not yet.
No way. They just started late.
No, not yet.
They might be through 18.
Yeah, they're through 18. They're in the second round. But there's no names up there of any notoriety. There's an amateur up there, Matt Vogue, 4 under. Leaders at 5.
Yep. Valencia, California, the Valencia Country Club, 4 spots. Daniel and Preston Summerhays.
There's an amateur up there leading, 5 under. Yeah. The Summerhays boys.
Yes. Matthew Sutherland and...
Matthew Sutherland's tied 4th. And
your favorite
Preston Sutherland.
Your favorite PGA...
Who?
Michael Block.
Overrated. I'm not even going to look for him, but if I do, I should start at the bottom.
All right, so we're going to go back to Canada. You ready?
Oh, Canada.
We're going to go to York in Ontario at Lambton Golf and Country Club. There's 7 spots. Very star-studded international field up there. Thorbjorn
Olsen?
Yep,
He's tied 5th.
Victor Perez.
Tied 5th.
By the way, Victor Perez is French.
So.
Hendrik Norlander, Nicholas Norgard, Harry Hall, Luke Clanton, Luke List, and Emilio Grillo.
I'm actually just looking for Australians, sorry.
I was looking for Australians too.
No in Canada. Surprised the Americans are allowed to play there.
Well, this is the 51st state. Too soon? Okay. Depends if they're hosting the Stanley Cup.
How many we got left?
We've got 2.
Columbus.
Springfield, Ohio. We're going to Springfield Country Club. 4 spots. Kurt Kitayama and Brett Snedeker.
I got to tell you off air one of the greatest stories about Springfield.
Off air? We can't tell it on air?
Oh no, it's not. This is PG on this one.
PG?
Zach Blair is tied 3rd.
Okay. Brett Snedeker or Bo Hostler?
Nowhere near the lead. Robert Streb, he's up there.
Okay. What's the
Snedeker's tied 18th.
What's the projected cut?
Okay. 3 under.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
Kinsale Golf and Fitness Club. You got to go to a fitness club when you're in Ohio. 6 spots. I think the remainder of the Memorial Tournament that didn't win is out there. Eric Van Rooyen, Max Homa, as we talked about, carrying his own
Eric
sticks.
Van Rooyen is 5 shots in front.
Wow.
He's at 12 under the par.
Ricky Fowler, your boy.
Oh, no. Max
Chez
Homa's-
Reavie.
The cut is at 5 under, and Max Homer is inside the cut at the moment.
Nice.
Patrick Harrington was, but he just made bogey.
Alex
He's
Noren.
down there. Chez
Cam
Reavie's
Young. Bud Cauley.
Ricky Fowler's 2 shots out with 1 shot to play.
George-
Bud Cauley is tied second.
George Tech. Matt Kuchar. Jake Knapp. And Patrick Harrington.
No.
By the way, had we not had a reference, I had a reference when you brought up Patrick Harrington, but we won't go there.
Well, no.
Guys, we don't need another counter.
Another what? A counter. Oh, no, you can say it. Go on.
Huh? It's okay.
So my buddy Ken Percy lost in a playoff this week.
I did. One.
It's the second time he's lost in the playoff. Not on the Champions. He lost in the playoff on the PGA Tour in Vegas to Jonathan Bird, who had a hole-in-one on the playoff hole to beat him.
Yeah.
Way back when? Maybe 10 years ago.
Maybe you should call Cam. He needs your help.
Call him now.
You should. Right on air. That'd be great. Juan Angel Jimenez
Yes.
in the first playoff hole
Yeah.
after blowing his lead
Yeah, he did. But
to allow Cam back in.
made a nice birdie at the end.
It was nice. Anything else?
Now, what else we got?
That's it.
Hit me.
No, that's it. We talked about the
The
RBC,
Stanley Cup. Talk about
Stanley
haven't-
Cup, Memorial, poop on the back of the baby.
We haven't traded Kyle Pitts yet.
What? We're not talking football today.
Well, I just want to throw it out there because Kyle Pitts annoys me.
Wow. Slim, did you hear this?
He's a dud.
Wow.
Dud. Kyle Pitts, you are officially a dud.
Wow.
Bust. Done.
I cannot believe you're saying that on this podcast.
Now he's got an injured foot apparently. What's he been doing all off season? Sorry. I would trade him away for 2 footballs.
Beauty products.
I would trade him away for 2 flat footballs.
Well, that's pretty much what he's going to get.
No kidding. Anyway, so I just thought I'd throw it in there because he aggravates me. Another jersey I bought that I'm going to have to get rid of. Right with my Kurt Cousins jersey, my Grady Jarrett jersey.
Who else do you want off the team? Just go.
And every jersey I buy, I get they're no good.
How about you just get a plain old jersey
No.
with a number on the back?
No, I'll get another.
What's your number? Your favorite number?
37.
Okay, but 37 on
I have
that.
a Ricardo Allen number 37 jersey.
You should wear that one.
I do have it.
That's
have one.
all the one you
Yeah.
should wear.
I do have that.
Seriously. Just wear that.
Why?
Because you can't go wrong then.
No, I've got a Julio Jones and I've got a Matt Ryan one as well.
Yeah, okay. Great.
But the other ones,
That's going to do you really well. By the way, those jerseys, you need a Nike jersey now.
What's that?
You need to have a Nike jersey.
My Grady Jarrett one's a Nike jersey.
He's now with Chicago.
I know.
Oh, there's his Bears reference for the day.
I'm not a Bears fan, but anyway. So yeah. Anyway, so I just want to throw a couple other sports in there. Braves are annoying me, even though I'm not a Braves fan.
No, you're a Cubs fan,
I'm
clearly.
a diehard Cubs fan, but the Braves are just hometown annoying me. Anyway,
Is there anything else that you need to get off your chest right
I
now?
think I'm good now. That's all the teams.
So never like how I expected this episode to end, Slim.
You never know what you're going to get, do you?
I just never know. By the way, next week we're gonna have Alex on. You're gonna be here on time.
I'm here on time all the time.
I'm just saying.
Have I ever been late?
No,
Thank you.
you haven't.
Have you ever been late picking me up from downstairs?
I'm not late. You get here early.
Okay.
Did we miss the podcast?
Put the couch back next week for Alex. He can have the best seat. I'll be back.
Thanks for teeing up with us on Tales from the Tips. You can catch us on Instagram, X, TikTok, and of course YouTube for our shorts and updated content.
I'm not on TikTok.
You're not. He's not on the TikTok. Guys, thanks again. Keep your drive straight, your putt short, and your scores low. As we tee it up next time on Tales from the Tips, we'll see ya.
Bye, kids.